Let me show you how to make not one, but two healthy dipping sauces to jazz up any meal. Let's do it. Hey there, Shelly here with Shelly Can Help. Today I thought I would show you how to make, whip up I like to say, very healthy, quick dipping sauces. I believe that healthy food does not have to be boring, but I know it can get mundane and people think like whenever you make something healthy, we just make a chicken breast. Well, let's jazz up the chicken breast with a dip. So every week I have a philosophy in my meal planning and meal prepping tips. My philosophy is every week make a different sauce or dressing or dip with a different flavor palette so that you're not getting bored, right? So one week maybe do like an Asian inspired dressing. And then the next week, maybe jazz up a mayonnaise. And then the next week, maybe do like an avocado-based spread. Every week, make you your own dips or sauce or marinade so that you know what you're getting in your ingredients and you're not buying those already packaged sauces and marinades that are full of sodium and sugar. And I want to show you today that whipping up a couple of dips does not take very long at all. The first one we're going to do, it's kind of like a it's like between a ramped up mayonnaise and tartar sauce. So I want to show you some real good ingredients, and it does make a difference when you're buying your ingredients at the store, which ones you purchase. It's all about that ingredient list and knowing what is in your food. So without further ado, let's make this wonderful jazzed up mayonnaise. Now, what I have is half a cup of mayonnaise. Oh, I forgot my spatula. So we have half a cup of mayonnaise. Now let me show you the mayonnaise that I like and why I like it. You want to avoid, things like Miracle Whip. It's not healthy. It has a bunch of refined oils in it. I absolutely love Chosen Foods. That is my favorite mayonnaise. It is all of their products. Their base is avocado oil. Avocado oil is healthy. It has good healthy fat in it. Not like canola oil or palm oil or vegetable oil that are refined oils. They cause a lot of inflammation. They're not good for our bodies because they're chemicals. Avocado oil is a really good oil to use, and that's what Chosen Foods uses in all of their products. So this is my favorite mayonnaise. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to add in, this is a fun little part. I'm just going to take a good old dill pickle and we're going to give it a chop. I'm just going to cut it up into 4 small slices. Actually, I think I'll do 5. And we're just going to give it a chop. Just like so. This is just a good old dill pickle from the jar. I did not make these myself. Okay, we're going to stick this pickle in the mayonnaise. Just like so. And now we're going to add in some apple cider vinegar. I love Bragg's. It's my favorite. Apple cider vinegar, we're just going to do 1.5 teaspoons. Of course, taste as you go. Add more if you want. It doesn't matter. There's not a lot of rules when it comes to sauces and dips. You want to like it. So I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of mustard. Good old yellow mustard. You could use Dijon if you want to. We're going to do onion powder and garlic powder. And then one of the last things, we're going to do some paprika to give it that little smoky flavor. Little bit of sea salt, not much. And my favorite ingredient, just a little dash of maple syrup to take the bitter or the tartness out of the pickle and the mustard. We're going to give it a stir. Of course, as always, you can find my recipe in the link below and on my website, shellycanhelp.com. Let's give it a taste. That is so delicious. This would be really good, like spread it on a chicken sandwich. That's really good. You can dip your chicken in it. Your kids can dip their chicken nuggets in it. It would be really good, like as a even as like a tartar sauce for a piece of whitefish or shrimp. There's a lot you can do with this. Now, I'm just gonna put it in my little jar. Look at that. That took me less than 2 minutes. And we have a homemade dip ready to go in the fridge. You could go ahead and put it in individual containers if you want to for your kids for lunch. This will be a really good dip to dip vegetables in. So we're just gonna put this in the fridge and then we're gonna get started on our second dip. Here we go. Okay, the next sauce we're gonna make is completely different. It's called a tahini dipping sauce. Tahini is just made from sesame seeds. So just like peanut butter is made from peanuts, tahini is made from sesame seeds. So if you have a nut allergy, tahini is an absolute wonderful spread or dip or whatever you wanna call it, nut butter, seed butter, to use in marinades and dressings. So good. And today is no exception. This is going to be a really good dipping sauce. For my favorite thing to dip is like turkey meatballs. That's probably my favorite thing to use with this, but you could even make this a salad dressing. It's delicious. So let's get started without further ado. The star of the show is definitely tahini, and it's Tahini. Really good for you. You know, of course it has protein, but it also has antioxidants. Sesame seeds are really good for us. All right, so we're just going to do 1/4 cup of tahini. Let me put this right here. You do want to make sure you read the label of all your nut butters especially. Make sure that it doesn't have any additives. We don't need added sugar or salt or oils. Nuts and seeds are oily by nature, so there should never be added oils in the nut butters themselves. So we have the tahini. Now we're gonna just set that aside for a second. And we are going to crush 2 cloves of garlic. I love the garlic rocker. This is just a stainless steel garlic rocker that I got on Amazon, actually. Garlic is so good for us, good for our cardiovascular system. It acts as an antibiotic. Pretty powerful. And garlic, you may not know this, but garlic is actually in the onion family. So everything in the onion family is really good for our heart. Everything in the onion family helps relax those blood vessels and helps our blood flow more evenly, which can help regulate our blood pressure. So we just want to get as many onion products in our body a day that we can. I tell people the stinkier your breath, the healthier your heart. All right, so we have 2 cloves of garlic. By all means, if you want more, use more. I don't want to miss any. Look at all that good garlic on the cutting board. Okay, now we are going to do extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup. So good. Extra virgin olive oil is really good for sauces and dips and spreads and marinades. It doesn't like heat, so make sure when you're cooking with your extra virgin olive oil, you're not putting it over heat for a long period of time. I know out of habit, people will just instinctively grab extra virgin olive oil and put it in their saute pan. It doesn't like heat, so it loses a lot of its nutrients. It's really good for us. It's got a good healthy fat in it, but we don't necessarily want to cook with it. We want to stick with avocado oil or coconut oil when we're cooking with oil. Okay, now we're going to add our apple cider vinegar. We use that in both recipes. That'll give it the acidity that we need. And now we're going to add tamari. Tamari is gluten-free soy sauce. Simple as that. They just take the wheat out of soy sauce. It tastes just like soy sauce because it is soy sauce. Okay, now we're just going to add in some tamari. Now it's time to make it just a little bit sweet with some maple syrup. Some sea salt, not white table salt. Make sure you're using sea salt. And that is it. Let's give it a whisk. Of course, as always, taste your food. Okay, that is absolutely delicious. That is so good. That would be a really good salad dressing. Okay, now let's pour it in our pretty jar. It will thicken up as when you cool it in the refrigerator. I use this to dip my meatballs in all the time, like turkey meatballs. Instead of putting sauce on them or putting them in spaghetti, I'll just dip them in this. Golly, it's so good. And eat it with some fresh baby spinach. So good and so easy. There you have it, 2 simple dipping sauces that will jazz up any meal. If you want to learn more about me, my classes online, head to my website, shellycanhelp.com. Do me a favor, subscribe to my YouTube channel, give my videos a thumbs up, and if you make any of my recipes, please take a picture of your food and post it on social media and tag me at shellycanhelp. I have to go for now, but before I do, I have one question. What is on your fork? Bye for now.